Hello my dear student, welcome to the class once again. So today we'll be discussing exercise 7.3 of the chapter triangles. Okay, first two chapter I have completed, including I have explained all the examples also, whatever there in the whatever is there in the chapter. Okay, so you try to practice this thing again and again. So today we'll start exercise 7.3. So it is also same, but just here the congruency it will be maximum. It will be used is right hand. Is two congruency. It is more. It is there. One is S, that is side. So if three sides of a triangle are equal, then we can say that these two are congruent, or RHS, one right angle, one hypotenuse. It is there, and sides it is equal. Then we can say that these two triangles are equal. In case of two triangle, it has one right angle, both the hypotenuse are equal, and if the sides are also equal, then we can say that these two triangles are equal. So let us move to the exercise. When we will solve, it will be clear. Okay, we will get so many questions related to this, and we'll easily solve it. Okay, so exercise 7.3, question number 1. You see, the question is given like this. A, D, E, B, C. So this is the figure. In triangle ABC and triangle DBC, in triangle ABC, that is whole one, and this small triangle DBC are two isosceles triangles. These two triangles are isosceles. It is given in the question. So so that means I can write that this side is equals to that one, and this side will be equals to that one, because they are isosceles. And you see, on the same base BC, and the vertices A and D are on the same side of BC. If AD is extended to intersect BC at P, show that both the triangles are congruent. That is, ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. That means this one is congruent to triangle this one. Then ABP is congruent to triangle ACP. That means this whole one is congruent to triangle this whole side. This side is congruent to triangle that side. So second one it will be proved. And third one, it is given that AP bisects angle A as well as angle D. And then I have to show that this line AP bisects angle A and angle D. So three proofs are there. We have to prove one by one. So first of all, let me go with the first one, Roman number 1. So what is given here, you see. Okay, let me take both the triangle. I have to prove that triangle ABD and triangle ACD are congruent. So in triangle ABD and triangle ACD, we have, in triangle ABD and triangle ACD, we have, what is there? We have AB is equals to AC. AB is equals to AC. It is given because they are isosceles triangle. Okay, then AD is equals to AD, that means it is the common side. And BD is equals to CD. Right, BD is equals to CD. These two are also semi-equal, so it is also given. The first one very easily we have proved. So three sides are equal, that means these two triangles are also equal. So triangle ABD, that is congruent. So triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. ABD is congruent to triangle ACD, and postulate side. Okay. Then Roman number 2. Is it tough? Very easy thing. Just you have to use your brain, and then you have to solve it. So try to think what is there in the question, how can I relate them, then easily you can find the answer also. Next one, you see what is given in the question. ABP is a okay, let me erase this one and write. In triangle ABP and triangle ACP, like this, I think, no? ABP, yes, ABP and triangle ACP, we have we have You see, AB is equals to AC. It is given. AB is equals to AC, and and I can write angle B equals to angle C. You see here, AB is equals to AC, that means this angle is equals to that one, because I can write the reason, since AB is equals to AC. It's okay. Since AB is equals to AC, for that purpose I have written angle B is equals to angle C. We know that angles opposite to equal sides are equal. So you can write that is angle opposite to equal sides are also equal. Okay. Then another one, it is common side, that is AP is equals to AP common. AP is equals to AP, which is common. So if this there are how many, 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2 and 3. So I can say that these two triangles are also congruent. Therefore triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP. Or else one thing you can do, you can prove this one earlier before starting the question. Since AB is equals to AC, so therefore angle B will be equals to angle C. Reason will be corresponding parts of congruent triangle, and after that you write here the angle B equals to angle C. So no need to give anything. Okay. So these two triangles are congruent. Right here, better it will be, that is angles opposite to equal sides are, you write this one, angles opposite to equal sides are equal. So these two also we have proved that these two are also equal. Now Roman number 3, I have to prove, criteria, it will be 1, 2 side and 1 angle, no? So side, angle, side. Alhamdulillah. Now Roman number 3, you see, Roman number 3, what is given here, that two triangles are given. Sorry. Roman number C, you have to prove that AP bisects angle A as well as angle D. AP bisects angle A as well as angle D. So if I can sorry, wait a minute. So you see here, if I can prove that this angle is equals to that one, this angle is equals to also that one, then I can say that this line AP bisects these two angles equally. So earlier I have proved just now that since angle A, what was it, ABP is congruent to triangle ACP. Just now we have proved. Okay, so I will use this one. So if these two triangles are equal, then their corresponding parts also will be equal. Okay, if these two triangles are equal, that means their corresponding part means which one? This one will be equal to that one. So I can write therefore angle BAP equals to angle CAP, and this one will be CPCT. BAP will be equals to CAP. So that means if these two angles are equal, that means I can say that angle A is the I can write which one? If this one, if these two angles are equal, then I can write AP is the bisector of angle A. One we have proved, but I need to prove D also. Okay, that D is also bisected. I have to prove these two are also equal. So to prove these two, I have to show that these two triangles are congruent first of all. So write again, in triangle BDP, and triangle BDP and triangle CDP, we have, why I am proving this one, because if I don't prove that these two triangles are congruent, then I cannot say that these two angles are also equal, and if I cannot say that these two angles are equal, then I cannot show also that AP is the bisector of angle A. So in triangle BDP and triangle CDP, we have BD is equals to CD. It is given in the question that BD is equals to CD. Okay, BD is equals to CD. Then, and we know that angle opposite to equal sides are also angle opposite to equal sides are equal. That means if these two sides are equal, then this angle and this angle will be equal. If I draw this diagram like this, DBP, that means if these two sides are equal, then I can say that this angle will be equals to that one. These angles will be equals to that one. So I can write angle DBP equals to angle DCP. And reason you write angles opposite to equal sides are equal. Angle opposite to equal sides are angles opposite. Earlier one also you write like this, okay? No need to write that this, therefore, and this thing. In question number 1, I think, or 2, I forgot which one, Roman number 1 or 2, there you write it, okay? Directly you write like this. These two angles you write equal, and angle opposite to equal sides are equal, okay? Directly you write, okay? Now these two angles are, now I have another one, that is common side DP. So DP will be equals to DP common, okay? DP doesn't mean WhatsApp DP, okay? There you concentrate. So DP is equals to DP. Now if you see here, two sides equal, one angle equal, so I can say that these two triangles are also equal, congruent. So triangle BDP is congruent to triangle CDP, and reason will be side angle side, that is due to this we have proved it. So BDP is congruent to triangle CDP. So if these two triangles are congruent, then I can write that angle BDP is equals to angle CDP. So therefore angle BDP is equals to angle CDP, and reason will be corresponding parts of congruent triangle, okay? BDP, this one BDP is equals to CDP. So if BDP is equals to CDP, then like this I can write that DP is the bisector of angle D. So after that you write, after this line you write, therefore DP in bracket you write, or I can say it as AP also. DP means this line. So DP or AP is the bisector of angle A, angle D. This one you give Roman number 2. Why I have given this one AP? Because I can relate this AP is also bisector and this AP also bisector, okay? So DP, or I can say it as AP also, is the bisector of angle A. So from 1 and 2 what I can say? Question is to show that AP bisects angle A as well as angle D. So I have shown that AP bisects angle A, AP bisects angle D. So I can write, therefore from 1 and 2 I can write, from 1 and 2. So there the Roman is given, no? You make it this thing, you give 1 2 like this, or question number, this one you give 1, okay? From 1 and 2 we have we get, from 1 and 2 you write like this. From 1 and 2 I can write that AP is the bisector of angle A as well as angle D, okay? just I have shown the first one directly I have shown because just few moments ago we have proved that these two triangles are congruent, and this one directly I cannot write. So for this purpose, first of all I have shown that these two triangles are congruent. Then I have to write that these two angles are equal, and if these two angles are equal, that means DP is the bisector of angle D. So rather than writing DP, I have written AP, because in question I have to show that AP is the bisector of both the angles. So I have written that AP is the bisector of angle A as well as angle D. Again another one left, Roman number 4. So many sub questions are given, no? So Roman number 4, you see, AP is a perpendicular bisector of BC. AP is the perpendicular bisector of BC. Okay, let me erase this thing. Okay. Question number 1, Roman number 4. So you see here, okay, we have proved that these two triangles are equal. That angle, I have to show that what? That AP is perpendicular to BC. AP is perpendicular to BC. So earlier I have proved that this triangle is equal to that one. That is triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP. So since triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP, since triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP, so I can write, if these two triangles are congruent, so I can write APB. So I can write APB is equals to angle APC, and this one will be CPCT. I can write these two angles are equal. I can write these two angles are equal, but angle APB plus angle APC is equals to 180 degree because linear pair. Since linear pair, so since these two are equal, so I can replace any one. So let me replace APC. In place of APC, let me write APB equals to 180 degree. So twice angle APB equals to 180 degree implies angle APB equals to 90 degree. So since APB equals to 90 degree, so I can write angle APB equals to angle APC equals to 90 degree. There you can write since angle APB is equals to angle APC. APB is equals to angle APC. APB is equals to angle APC. So I have shown that this one is 90 degree, and if it is 90 degree, that means AP is perpendicular to BC. So therefore AP is perpendicular to which one? To BC. So in question what is to write? AP is the perpendicular bisector of BC. So therefore you write, therefore AP is the perpendicular bisector. AP is the perpendicular bisector of BC. AP is the perpendicular bisector of BC. What I have shown, first of all, earlier so we have shown that these two triangles are equal. If these two triangles are equal, let me erase this part, it will make you confused. Okay, if these two triangles are equal, that means I can write, if these two triangles are equal, that means this angle is equals to that one. If these two angles are also equal, and I can see that this is a straight line and these two are linear pair, so I can write sum of these two is 180, and earlier I have shown that these two angles are equal, so I can replace any one. So I have replaced APC by APB because these two are equal. So then I have got twice angle APB is equals to 90 degree. After that, since these two are equal, so I have written, therefore this one is equals to that one equals to 90 degree. If both of them are 90 degree, that means AP is the perpendicular to BC, and AP is perpendicular, that means AP is the perpendicular bisector of BC also. Both the angles are equal. Okay. Now let us move to question number 2. AD is an altitude of an isosceles triangle ABC in which AB is equals to AC. Show that AG bisects angle bisects BC and again you have to show that AD bisects angle A. Very easy. So many times we have proved same type of question. So figure, though it is not there, you have to draw. Okay, let me draw one. So it is given ABC is a triangle. There is a perpendicular bisector. It is there is a perpendicular bisector. These two sides are given equal. Okay. AD is the altitude of an isosceles triangle. Isosceles given. AB equals to AC also given. Show that AD is by AD bisects BC. AD bisects BD. You have to show this one. So first of all, I will take triangle in triangle ABD and triangle ADC. Okay. So first of all, I will prove them. These two are congruent. In triangle ABD and triangle ACD, we have in triangle ABD and triangle ACD, we have what is there, that these two sides are equal. It is given AB is equals to AC, given AB is equals to AC given. Then if AB is equals to AC, that means angle B is equals to angle C. So I can write angle B is equals to angle C. There you write angles opposite to equal sides are equal. Angle opposite to equal sides are equal. Angles opposite to equal sides are equal. So B is equals to C and AD is the common side. So AD equals to AD common. So therefore I can write triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. So if these two triangles are congruent, that means these two parts are also equal. So I can write BD is equals to CD. Therefore BD is equals to CD. Okay. Reason will be CP CT. If these two parts are equal, that means this line AD bisected this one into two equal parts. That means this is the bisector of line BC. So D is the midpoint of BC, or we can say that D bisects AD bisects BC. AD bisects BD. So you write, since D is the midpoint of BC. Since D is the midpoint of BC, so I can say that AD bisects BC. Since D is the midpoint of BC, so I can say that AD bisects BC. Okay. Okay. So first one finished. Next one, so I have just now I have showed these two triangles are equal, and here I have to show that AD bisects angle A. So since these two triangles are congruent, so I can say that this angle is equals to that one. If these two angles are equal, then I can say that this angle A is bisected by AD. So for next one, okay, let me write here. So I have proved that since Roman number 2, I think, no? Yes, first one was Roman number 1. So since just now we have proved that these two are congruent. So if these two are congruent, then I can write angle BAD is equals to angle CAD. BAD is equals to angle CAD. Reason will be CP CT. If these two angles are equal, then I can say that AD bisects angle A. So therefore AD bisects angle A. Okay. So now let us move to question number 3. Two sides AB and BC, and median AM of two triangles ABC are respectively equal to the sides PQ and QR, and median PN of triangle PQR. show that these two triangles are congruent. So there are now two different triangles are given. So first you have to prove that ABM is triangle to ABM is congruent to triangle PQN, and later on you have to prove that ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. First of all, one part is equals to another one. So there are two different triangles are given. The earlier one reason I have not given, I think, no. What was there? Two sides and one angle was there, no? Two side and one angle, that is side angle side. Okay, you write it. Okay, earlier one, it was a side angle side, two sides and one angle was equal. Okay, earlier one you write this one. So now Roman number question number 2 or 3 we are discussing. 3. So question number 3, two different diagrams are given, A, B, C and P, Q, R. A, B, C, P, Q, P, Q, R. Okay. These two triangles given and median given AM and PN. AM, PN, and what is given that this one is equals to this side is equals to this side, and that side is equals to that side. So it is given in the question. Okay, you see the book, it is given there by marking. Okay, so I have to prove that first of all that these two triangles are equal, then I have to show that two are also equal. Okay, two sides, what is given? Okay, wait, two sides AB and BC and median AM and one triangle AM for one triangle and respectively equal to PQ and QR, PQ and QR, PQ and QR and median PN of triangle. BM is the median AM of one triangle and median. Okay, first of all I have to show that this one is equals to that one. So write like this: in triangle AB, what is it in first? In triangle ABC, in triangle ABC, AM is the median, AM is the median. In triangle ABC, AM is the median given, that means BM is equals to half of BC, BM is equals to half of BC. Again, in triangle PQR, PN is the median, that means PN, that is QN is equals to half of QR, QN is equals to half of QR. And in question it is given, since you see here it is given here BC is equals to QR. So it is given in the question BC is equals to QR. So it is given in the question, since BC equals to QR, which is given in the question, so I can replace this one here. In place of QR I can write BC. Okay, or directly let me write, implies QN will be equals to half of BC, and there you write, since QN, what is it? Since BC is equals to QR, since BC is equals to QR, okay, so in place of QR I have written BC. So half of BC means QN equal to there I have written BM, no? So QN is equals to BM. Okay, I need actually this one. QN is equals to BM. So I have written QN is equals to BM. From this one you mark as Roman number 1, so you write from 1. From 1. Okay. So the screen to Roman numbers are given. No, you give it question like this one. Roman to normally it is given. Sub headings are given. No. So what we have proved that Qn is equals to Bm. So now I can easily write Qn is equals to Bm. We have shown here. So now I will take one by one triangle and I will prove it very fast. You see here. Now let me take Roman number 1. In triangle ABM and PQN, in triangle ABM and triangle PQN, in triangle ABM and PQN we have AB is equals to PQ given, then AM is equals to PN given, and now for this one QN is equals to BM, QN is equals to BM, QN is equals to BM. You write proved, will be okay. But you can give it as a equation 2 and you can write. So what we have written, AB is equals to PQ, it is given in the question. AM is equals to PN, it is also given, and QN is equals to BM, QN is equals to BM. So that means these two triangles are congruent. So triangle ABM is congruent to triangle PQN, and property it will be side. Okay, side. So first one finished. Then Roman number 2. In Roman, okay, let me erase this one. Now we'll do Roman number 2. Roman number 2, you see I have to show that ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. This one so very easy. So you write in triangle ABC and triangle PQR, I think, no? ABC and PQR, yes. In triangle ABC and PQR. Achha, before that you let me show that these two angles are also equal, because I will get this one and this side I have equal. So if I get one more angle, then it will be easy for me. Achha, before that you write, just now we have proved though, since triangle ABM is congruent to triangle PQN, so I can say that angle B is equals to angle Q, CPCT. Okay, so let me add this one. So ABM is congruent to triangle PQN. So now you write, now in triangle ABC and triangle PQR, we have AB is equals to PQ, BC is equals to QR. Yes, BC is equals to QR. This is also given, and just now we have proved angle B is equals to angle Q. So I can say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle it in the side angle side. So therefore these two triangles are congruent. Okay. So these two triangles are congruent. So that is ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. So this one also finished. So now let us move to question number 4. BE and CF are two equal altitudes of triangle ABC. Using RHS congruence rule, prove that the triangle ABC is isosceles. Okay, no problem. Here we'll use this one also. So using RHS, okay, you have to prove it. RHS postulate by congruency. Achha. Figure it is not given. So it is given like this, that ABC is a triangle. Okay, let me draw the figure. ABC is a triangle given, and it is given that CF and BE and CF are two equal altitudes. So BE and CF are equal altitudes. Of the triangle ABC. So using RHS I have to prove it. Okay, so you see here, first of all let me write like this. This is the two triangles. Since BE and CF are the altitude, that means this angle is equals to that, this angle will be 90 and that angle will also be 90. So let me prove that these are 90 degree. Okay, so you write like this. Since BE and CF are altitudes, are altitudes of triangle ABC. Since BE and CF are altitudes of triangle ABC, so I can write, therefore angle BEC is equals to angle CFB equals to 90 degree. Since these two are the altitudes, so I can write BEC and CFB are equals to 90 degree. Okay, so now in right triangle, now in right triangle BEC, and right triangle CFB we have. Now in right triangle BEC and right triangle CFB we have BE equals to CF. It is given equal altitudes. So BE equals to CF. It is given that BC equals to BC, that is common. And since these two are right triangle, that means angle BEC equals to angle CFB, each 90 degree. BEC and CFB each 90 degree. So that means triangle BEC is congruent to triangle CFB, and postulate RHS, right angle, hypotenuse, and this is the right angle, this one is the hypotenuse. If I take this one, let me erase this part, this is a right triangle, this is the hypotenuse, BC is also there, and one side is also there, that is this one. So one side is there, hypotenuse is there, right angle is there. So it has been proved by RHS postulate. Okay, now another proof that the triangle is isosceles also. Prove that the triangle is isosceles. Okay, So since these two are equal, okay, wait. Okay. BCE and CBF. Okay. Now you see, since these two are congruent, so I can write therefore angle that BC and E, that means this angle BCE will be equals to angle CBF, this angle CBF, okay, and reason will be CPCT. Now you see very carefully why I have written this one. BCE equals to angle CBF. I have shown that these two angles are equal. These two angles are equal. So now you see one thing. I can write it as, you see here I am drawing another one so that you can understand nicely. So ABC is the triangle given, and somewhere there point one F is given, another one E is given. It is given that what we have shown just now, that BCE which one, this angle is equals to that angle. So whether I write BCE or I write BCA, it is the same, the angle remains the same. Whether I write this one EC, this one, or the whole one, it remains the same. So I can write angle BC, in place of E I am writing A, and there also CBF I am extending up to A, so there also I am writing A. So BCA equals to CBA, BCA equals to CBA. So now you see very interesting part. We know that if, what happens here, you see, now ABC is the triangle and this one angle equal. So if these two angles are equal, then I can say that these two sides are equal. I can say no. So you write, in triangle ABC, what is it? In triangle ABC, angle BCA is equals to angle CBA. That is, but therefore I can write which one? AB is equals to AC. In triangle BCA, in triangle ABC, BCA equals to CBA. So I can write that AB equals to AC, because reason will be opposite sides are equal. Sorry, since opposite angles are equal. So since opposite angles are you write this one nicely. You write it, rather than writing this one, you write, since side opposite to equal angles are, side opposite to equal angles are equal. Side opposite to equal angles are equal. Okay. So now what we have done, we have written directly like this. So now if these two sides are equal, then triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. Triangle ABC is an isosceles. Okay, finish this one. What we have done earlier, we have proved that these two triangles are equal. That is this one, this triangle and this triangle, it is equal. Okay. Then after that, what I have shown, if these two triangles are equal, that means this angle will be equals to that one. And if these two angles are equal, then I can write BCA will be equals to CBA, because I can extend this one. This is up to this much, I have extended up to A. Okay, no problem is there. Now if I take ABC as a triangle and these two angles equal, then we know that if the angles are equal, then opposite sides are also equal, that is AB will be equals to AC. So if AB is equals to AC, that means in a triangle if two sides are equal, then we can say that it is an isosceles triangle. So now let us move to question number 5. ABC is an isosceles triangle in which AB equals to AC. Draw AP perpendicular to BC to show that angle B equals to angle C. Angle B is equals to angle C. Very easy. Just you have to prove and you have to solve it. So ABC, it is a given a triangle, and one like this it is given. So what is given here? AP is perpendicular. AP is perpendicular to BC. So if I can prove that these two triangles are equal, what I have to show? I have to show that angle B equals to angle C. If I can prove that these two triangles are equal, then I can write angle B will be equals to angle C, because corresponding parts of congruent triangle. So let me write question number 5. In triangle ABP and triangle ACP, we have, in triangle ABP and ACP, we have angle ABP equals to APB will be equals to angle APC. Why? Because these two are perpendicular. APB will be equals to angle APC. So if it is perpendicular, then each one will be equals to 90 degree. Each one will be equals to 90 degree. Okay. So that means I can write what will be the reason. Reason will be AP is perpendicular to BC. Since AP is perpendicular to BC, since AP is perpendicular to BC, that means each one will be equals to angle, that is, you write like this, that is angle, okay, no need to write. Since AP is perpendicular to BC, so if it is perpendicular, that means these two will be 90 degree. Okay, one thing you do, this one is equals to, that one equals to 90 degree, you write, and there you give, since AP is perpendicular to BC, so no need to give any reason extra. Okay, APB equals to APC, and in question given these two sides are equal, so AB equals to AC given, AB equals to AC, and AP is the common side, AP equals to AP common. So therefore triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP, and reason will be two sides and one angle. Okay, so you can write it as you see here, one thing, this angle is 90 degree, this is the hypotenuse, and this is the this is one side. So right angle is there, hypotenuse is there, and one side is there, so it will be RHS postulate. Okay, so it will be RHS congruence. So now since these two triangles are equal, so I can say that angle B is equals to angle C. Angle B is equals to angle C. In question you have to prove this one, so therefore angle B is equals to angle C, and reason will be CP CT. Finished. Okay, angle B is equals to angle C. What I have shown, I have just proved that these two triangles are congruent, and if these two triangles are congruent, then I can write angle B will be equals to angle C, because corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. Okay, so this is the end of this exercise. Now example number 7, you see AB is a line segment, P and Q are points on the opposite sides of AB such that each of them is equidistant from the point A and B, so that the line PQ is the perpendicular bisector of AB. So you are given, so it is given, you see the book, it is nicely done. you just write given PA equals to PB, figure it is given PA equals to PB, it is given, and QA equals to QB also given. Okay, let me draw the figure and make you understand. I'll not do this one, it is done very nicely, you just only calculation part if needed I will stop by calculating. Okay, so this one, P, A, B and Q. Okay, so it is given like this. What is given here? This one is equals to that one and this one is equals to that one. It is given in the question, and I have to show that PQ is prove that PQ is the perpendicular bisector of AB. So PQ is the perpendicular, PQ is perpendicular to AB and PQ bisects AB. I have to show this one. Okay. To show, so if I can show that this one is perpendicular to that one, then I can show somehow that it is the perpendicular. Okay. So this is PQ. So if I can show that this line is perpendicular, then so automatically I can show that this is the bisector of angle. What is it? PQ bisects AB. That means this, it bisected this line also. I have to show it bisect this line. Okay. So now what it is given here? They have taken triangle PAQ. In triangle PAQ and triangle PBQ. In triangle PAQ and triangle PBQ, what they have done? So AP is equals to, they have written AP is equals to BP. Yes, it is correct because it is given in the question. PAQ, they have taken this whole one and that one, and there this side is equals to that one. So AQ is equals to BQ. It is also given, and PQ is the common side. So PQ equals to PQ. So that means this is common. Okay. So that means these two triangles are congruent. PAQ is congruent to triangle PBQ. Okay. So these two are congruent, and what is the criteria here? That is all three are sides. So side. Okay. So you see here, by CPCT I can write angle. What is given? APQ equals to BPQ. I can write this one is equals to that one. So therefore angle APQ is equals to angle BPQ, and there you write CPCT. Okay, I have written this one APQ is equals to BPQ by using CPCT. Now I will take triangle PAB. PA. 1 point, yes, sorry, C is missing, no. So now I will take triangle PAC and triangle PBC. Now I will take this triangle and that triangle. Okay, so if I take these two triangle, then I can show. Okay, let me explain it here. AP is equals to, this one is equals to that one. It is given, one is given. AP is equals to BP, one is given. Another one, that angle APC, APQ, this angle whole one, APQ and APC. I can stop it up to at C also, because this one so just extended up to Q, so angle will remain same. So I can write angle APC is equals to angle APC will be equals to angle BPC. From which one I have written? From this one, because APQ is equals to BPQ. So AP up to Q it is equals to BPQ. So if this part up to this part, the angle doesn't alter. Okay, so I can write APC equals to BPC. So I have written, and PC equals to PC common, and PC is equals to PC. So again we have proved that these two triangles are congruent, and the postulate here I have used is side, angle and side. Okay, so what we have done, we have shown that triangle APC is congruent to triangle BPC. We have shown this one. Okay. First of all, I have shown this triangle is congruent. Second, I have shown that triangle is congruent. So now you see in your book what you have done, that they have written that these two triangles are congruent. So if it is congruent, then AC will be equals to BC. Why I have proved that this one is congruent to that one? Because I want to write that, I want to show that this part is equals to that part. Then only I can say that this line passes through the midpoint. Okay, one sum I have done earlier. You can, if you can recall, I have written like this, that I have proved that AB is equals to BC. I have written that this C is the midpoint. There I think M was there, M or something. So I have written that that one was the midpoint. So if this is the midpoint, that means this PQ line bisect that one. So what we have done after writing this one, after from this one, what we have shown that AC is equals to BC. AC is equals to BC. I have shown. So now if AC is equals to BC, then, and another one I have written that ACP is equals to BCP. This one also by CPCT. Okay, let me write here. AC is equals to BC. One we have proved, important point. Another one I have shown that this angle is equals to that one. Angle ACP is equals to angle BCP. This one also by CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangle. I have shown that this one is equals to that one and this one is equals to that one. Now you see what is given. It is given that ACP and BCP are linear pair. It is given in the question that these two are linear pair. It is given in your book. These two are linear pair. If this is linear pair, then sum of these two will be equals to 180. And just now we have written that these two are equals. That means if this sum of these two is 180 and these two angles are equal, then each one will be equals to 90 degree. Each one will be equals to 90 degree. So you see the last line, what is given here, that ACP they have proved it is 90 degree. So last line will be ACP will be equals to, therefore angle ACP equals to angle BCP equals to 90 degree. 90 degree. So you write from 1 and 2. We have from 1 and 2 we can write PQ is the perpendicular bisector of AB. So this is the last line. Note is given, that part not required. Up to there is the answer. Okay. This is the last line of the question, that from 1 and 2 you can easily not need to write in exam. You write like this, from 1 and 2 we can write, but from 1 and 2 comma PQ is the perpendicular bisector of AB. PQ is the perpendicular bisector of AB. Next one you see, last example for today's class. P is the point equidistant from the two lines L, M, N intersecting at point A. Show that the line AP bisects the line bisects the angle between them. Okay. So see the figure. A given, this one L, this one M, and C and P, and this one P. So this is the figure. Okay, I have drawn from your book. You see example number 8. So it is given, you write like this, given L, M, N intersect each other at A, let P be perpendicular to L and PC be perpendicular to M. Okay, PB be perpendicular to L and PC be perpendicular to M. So I have to show that angle. What is given? Show that the line AP bisects angle between them. That means I have to show that PAC is equals to angle PAB. PAC is equals to angle, I have to show that this angle is equal to that one. Okay. So very easily I can show, if I can just show that these two triangles are congruent, then I can show it. So you see, in triangle you write after that in triangle, first of all you write given, what is given there, you write given LMN intersect each other at A, change the line, you write let PB perpendicular to L and PC perpendicular to M, you write, and after that you write to show which one, and then you come to the equation, or no need to write to show, just you write how you have done normally all the sum, you write like this, in triangle PAB and triangle PAC. In triangle PAB and PAC, so first of all PB equals to PC, PB equals to PC, because it is given that these two are equal, then it is if these two are equal and this is a perpendicular, so I can write like this, that angle PBA equals to PCA, PBA equals to PCA will be equals to 90 degree. It is also given, these are perpendicular, that means it is 90 degree, and PA is the common side, so PA equals to PA common, so that means these two triangles are congruent, these two triangles are congruent. Triangle PAB is congruent to triangle PAC. If these two are congruent, then I can write angle PAC is equals to angle PAB, and reason will be CPCT. In question it was given to prove this one, and we have proved it. Very easy sum. Just what we have done, we have just solved it. First of all, we have shown that these triangles are congruent, and after showing congruent, I have shown that if these two triangles are congruent, then their corresponding parts will also be equal. So PAC is equals to angle PAB. So this is the end of today's class. Tomorrow we'll do the last exercise, which is left, exercise 7.4. So if you have any doubt regarding this exercise, exercise 7.3 or whatever the chapters I have completed, you can contact me at night. Okay.